Hello and welcome to the very first episode of your new weekly football talk show, Football Weekly. I'm your host, Komo, so put your boots on and pull your socks up because we're going to slide tackle straight into what we've got lined up for you today.
Coming up, we get to see close-up action of a futsal game with a live interview with one of the players. We have our weekly topics discussion, a special mystery guest talking about their career in football, and of course, our unique game, Middle of the Pitch.
But first, have you ever thought about becoming a football scout or ever been scouted yourself as a player? Earlier on this week, I was able to conduct an interview with an upcoming newly registered FA Level 1 and PSFA Level 2 registered scout, Mohammed Emad and find out just what it takes to become a successful scout. Hi Emad.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going? Just tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm 25 years old from Birmingham and I've just completed my FA Level 1, PFSA Level 2 in Talent ID.
That's quite an achievement. So how did you get into scouting?
So it's from school days. I used to watch a lot of football, not just regular like Premier League and Champions League and stuff, but I used to watch a lot of under 20s, under 17s. And there's a couple of players that I used to see and be like, this guy looks quite good, but I never knew that was called scouting. I just liked the look of watching youngsters play and then watching them develop into really good players. And then last year, summertime, I thought, let me check into this scouting. How do you actually become a scout? And then the FA Level 1 was actually free. So I thought, what have I got to lose? Might as well do it. Did it. And then I thought, what can I do next? And he said, you have to do Level 2. And for that, you need at least FA safeguarding certificate. So I thought, I'll do my FA Level 1 in coaching as well. And got them both done.
And like you mentioned watching different leagues and when you were younger. So would you say that's what inspired you to do your scouting? Did you think that you'd be good at it?
Well, yeah, definitely. When I was used to watch the main one, I'd say that was the starting point, was the FIFA Under 20 World Cup in 2010. There's a couple of players I've seen from there, like you've probably heard of Lacazette or Eric Lamela, James Rodriguez at the time, and Paul Pogba as well. And they were all players at the time when I looked at them, I was like, these guys are going to be really good. And you can see for yourself, look at them now.
Yeah, you definitely can. But what did you see in them?
So as I started watching football when I was young, a lot of the players that I used to like were the likes of like Ronaldinho, Figo, Beckham, R9. You know, those type of players that have something special about them. So when I was watching these under 20s, these players had similar stuff. Lacazette knew where the goal was. Pogba was like a leader on the pitch. James Rodriguez had skill, scored goals. You know, that fluidity in play, and he just looked so good on the eye. And you just thought, this guy is going to be something.
Would you ever look into coaching as well as scouting? Because some people, they go to the route of scouting and then want to become managers. Is that something you want to do?
No, I don't think I want to be a manager. I think in terms of coaching, one of the reasons, obviously I mentioned the safeguarding for the FA is a requirement. But another is, if I don't know how players are supposed to be coached at a particular age, when I'm looking at them, how do I know what level they're supposed to be at? So I think the coaching will only help with the scouting. But coaching isn't something necessarily that I want to get into.
Okay, fair enough. So you want to focus mainly on scouting, that's fine. Well, looking at your scouting, have you seen anyone that, gathers your attention?
Well, it's funny that you said that. Last year I was watching Curtis Jones in the UEFA Youth Champions League, and now he's stepping up for Liverpool first team. So it's something that I'm doing on a regular basis, just looking at youngsters, who's coming up next. You probably heard of Jude Bellingham at Birmingham City. He's really good. He's going to be something special as well, but he's already something special. So it's like I'm always looking at youngsters, young leagues, seeing who the next top guy is, and hopefully I can start doing this in live matches as well, not just on the TV.
So speaking of doing this in the future, have you got any clubs lined up or any clubs asking for your expertise?
Well, after I did my FA Level 1, I got into contact with a club. Don't want to mention who they are at the moment, but when I did contact them, I had a chat with the head of recruitment. He advised me on possibly doing the PFSA Level 2, and I was going to start scouting with them, learning the trade, but I had an injury that come in the way, couldn't go. So hopefully, when all this lockdown is over, I can kickstart that again.
Okay, I hope you recover from that injury soon. So what do you actually look for in a young player? Like, what can you see in these young players?
So sometimes it's not just about how they play. Sometimes when we look at players, we often think, oh, they can't do this or they can't do that. So one thing I've learned is never say what they can't do. Think about what they can. So for example, if you look at a defender, can they head the ball? Can they control the back line? How are they like with the crowd? Can they handle big game situations? For example, sometimes you see youngsters come on in big games like local derbies and they handle it really well. And you think this guy's got some good mentality. But then you've got others when they can go to clubs like Real Madrid and they crumble under the pressure because they can't handle situations like that. So it's just all these little things that you got to look for, which add up into the whole player.
And what positions would you say for yourself are the more easier positions to scout for and the harder positions to
For me,
scout for?
I love looking for a goalkeeper. There's so many goalkeepers I've seen, and they've become really good players. Like De Gea, I saw when he was at Inter Milan, not Inter Milan, sorry, Atletico Madrid, as a youngster. Ter Stegen, Butland, Pickford, all these players I've seen when they were really young. There was another one on top of my head, but I forgot. But I really love watching a goalkeeper because it's a position where there's only one, and they have to be really good at it. And to do that, they have to be the best at what they do. And I love watching international matches because for me, those 11 players on the pitch are supposedly the best in the whole country. So why would I not want to watch international matches?
Yeah, that is true. And what would you say is like your least favorite position to scout for?
I wouldn't say least favorite. Probably the most difficult for me is probably looking at fullbacks. I haven't really, focused on the fullback position. Most of them are keepers or wingers or strikers that I've really looked at.
Just before we finish, the current situation, how would you say that has affected the scouting life?
So after completing my level 2 with the PFSA, they have something called the Scouting Network where you can go out and scout for real teams, playing from League 2 all the way to the Championship, give you real tasks to do, not just like me, who was just watching videos as a hobby, but as an actual task, go out and scout. And that's just been put on hold because, as you know, all the matches have been stopped across the country. So once that gets going again, hopefully I can start and building that experience. And then, like I mentioned before, go back to that club I had a chat with and start from scratch and see where it leads me.
So, finally, I'm sure everyone wants to know this. If I was being scouted right now, what advice would you give me, and what would you tell me not to do?
So my advice would be just to be yourself, be the player you are that has made you successful to this stage. No matter what stage of your career you're at, whether you're under 12s, under 16s, above, like playing senior level, you just gotta play your game, enjoy it, and your talent will shine through. Don't let stress get to you.
Thank you very much, Emad, for having this interview with me. I hope to see you very soon.
Yep, see you later, mate. Thank you.
It's a tough life out there for you football players and yet to be scouts. Hopefully, that little interview helps you out. Now, with what's been happening in the world recently, specifically the football world has come to a halt. Leagues have been suspended and fans don't know when they'll be able to watch their favourite teams perform again. Luckily, our research team were able to locate a specific group of young players who play football weekly. You see what we did there? Let's take a look at the beautiful game in a way you may not be so familiar with.
Yo, allow it, bro. Yo, pop it up.
Damn, BT.
Know a couple shooters that hit you on the block. Ain't a janitor, but I hit you with a mop. Better watch your friends, they quick to turn the odds. And that bitch nigga will play you for a thought. Ain't no style watch, yeah, my shit go TikTok. Jumping in out the bendo like it's hopscotch. My nigga in the kitchen and he whipping in the pot. Watch me see him twirl, then they drop. Gotta cut the limo just to cut the top. They be like, geez, why you always hot? 2019, we shooting videos on yachts. Baby on the bike, keep me doing 12 o'clock. And I'm clipping on you niggas like a dreadlock. And my team winning and we ain't gon' stop. Bad little cheese and she suck on my cock. Nigga want smoke with me, we blow him like a tree. You niggas can't.
If we win, I would think it's possibly the greatest achievement in sports. But then again, you know, I'm in the team, so they're the champs.
And I know you wonder when GC going under. You can never see me, I'll call you Stevie Wonder. Neck so cold, it gon' probably make you stutter. A nigga like me, I don't know no other. When you on top, niggas quick to call you brother. And they be the same niggas be undercover. I keep a lethal weapon like my name, then. While you niggas always hate, always talk shit, never say it to your face. Two bad bitches and they want a little taste. They set me in the jungle with gorillas in the A's. Niggas wanna ride my way, I haven't dropped a tape. You don't like my music, but you can't escape. Especially when they play my shit in every state. I always chase the bag, I can never be late.
Oh! See, I keep proving myself. Watch me play as a centre forward, coming in from the front, controlling the ball, dominating the play, dominating the left hand side, dominating the right hand side, everything boxed off.
Nigga want smoke, give it to him, let him choke. Take me for a joke, you'll get your ass poked. Wanna be like Jeezy, boy, you better take some notes. Try to scheme on me, you can never be that low. Your girl wanna fuck shit, me be backstage every show. Two-tone drip, my rollie shine in the snow. K1B, niggas be quick to let it blow. Who is this? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm back on the beat. Blow a stack on my feet. Gucci silk on my sheet. Didn't even reach my peak. Not a cop on the petite. Fuck my bitch, you can keep. Foreign chick, she a freak. Bossed up in a week. No cap, I'm the sheep.
So yeah, man, I felt like I was in the wrong team. But you see it, man.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I think the Bibs won that time. I have the captain of the winning team with me. Hello, Azhar. How are you doing?
Hi, mate. How are you? Come on.
I'm good. I hope you were doing well. Beautiful scenes there. Before we discuss this topic in further, let's take a look at your personal highlights, shall we?
It's not futsal, you know what I mean? It's not futsal. It's the players, you've been playing with them over 10 years. Last 3 picks, man. Just pick the right team, you know what I mean? It's about the team, not about the player. Raised it. We don't care. Okay, bro. Alright, Dave. Take a touch, take a touch. Stop it, stop it.
So Azhar, quite a good player, aren't you?
Oh, stop it, will ya? I'll try my best.
Now let's get into this futsal topic. How long have you been playing futsal or football in general?
Football in general has been quite a while, since primary school. But futsal, it's been about 7-8 years. 7-8 years.
7-8 years. And what's your favourite position to play?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I like playing defence, I like playing midfield and attack. But
So you're like basically all-rounder?
yeah, but if I had to choose one, it'd be probably centre attacking mid.
Okay. What does futsal actually mean to you? Like, let's say I took futsal out of your life, like, for example, the situation right now. How would that impact you?
It keeps me, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, it keeps me sane. You know what I mean? It's just something, I go there and I meet my friends. It's more about meeting up with the people.
So it's more about the whole experience, not just the game.
Yeah, in a way.
And do you think you have a closer connection with the people you play with then, compared to other friends?
Certainly. It means more. I try more on the pitch because you want to win, you want that. It's much more competitive in futsal.
So would you say when you play football anywhere else, it feels different than the futsal games?
Yeah, I do tend to take my foot off the gas when I play outside with someone else. I don't care, but here, it's 100%.
And was it always you played in futsal? Because you said you've been playing since primary school. Did you guys play anywhere else before?
We used to play at the local park. I think it's called George's Park. I haven't gone there in God knows how long, but yeah, we used to play there, like a park side.
Okay. Was it a lot different or?
A lot different. Yeah, it used to just be a pavement, like a basketball pitch. We used to play there.
Oh, okay. And let's talk about football in general now. What's your best memories of playing football?
Oh, my best memory of playing football. Oh, that last minute winner I scored not so long ago. That last minute winner I scored, last kick of the game.
Yeah, those ones are always memorable, I think.
Yeah, he come up on my left foot and I just closed my eyes and hit it, and he went in.
Well, let's go back to futsal now.
Yeah.
Have there ever been any arguments or disagreements, and how are they sorted? Because I've seen that you guys don't play with the ref, do you?
Oh no, we don't play with the ref. I think we do need a ref. Arguments are they're getting worse and worse. Like I said, it's competitive, and it's everyone wants to win. No one wants to give in, even if they're wrong. So myself, I just tend to sit down. I don't tend to get into these arguments. I just wait till it boils over.
You don't like to engage with that?
Yeah, that's not me.
Okay. But I've seen you on the pitch. You are quite the captain.
I am. Yeah, I am. Well, maybe I should take a more active role in trying to calm it down, but I've been playing so long, I know they're not going to listen, so wait till they calm down.
And with the current situation with COVID-19, how has it affected your futsal life?
Futsal life? Well, I'm not seeing my friends anymore. That's the main thing. Before I used to see them at school, college, but as we got older, futsal's the only place, so once a week I'll see them, but now I can't see them. So I can't really socialise with them as much.
So it's more of a social thing, not just the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it more personal to you than just football then?
Yeah.
Okay.
To everyone, I think.
That's quite interesting that. And what do you miss most about watching football, playing football? What do you miss the most?
Watching football or playing football?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely playing.
Playing?
Yeah, playing.
How would you say a show like ours, Football Weekly, would impact your life? Because of course we haven't got any match of the day right now. We haven't got any current broadcasts of football. So how would you say a show like ours helps you?
Yeah, I think Football Weekly is a good show. I really do think it's good to put on the radio, listen to it. Definitely, since there's no match of the day, you got no actual football playing. I think Football Weekly, it does keep you up to date, like what's happening with COVID-19. So when are the players coming back? When are they going to start playing? Is it going to be behind closed doors? That's what I rely on for Football Weekly.
Well, Azhar, thank you for sparing some time to have a chat with us. Thank you very much.
No problem, mate. No problem.
That was Azhar Iqbal. The full match will be on our YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. Earlier on, I mentioned we have a special mystery guest coming on the show, and it is none other than our very own scouting sensation, Muhammad Emad Uddin. You're the first guest on our show. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for having me.
Now, I have a list here. It says scout, player, PE teacher, swimming lifeguard and teacher, gym instructor, business owner, and you also work for the team you support, Birmingham City Football Club. Whoa, I must tell you, I do support Aston Villa myself, but I can only imagine what it must be like to work for the club you support. How is it?
Oh, it was absolutely amazing to work for your own team, and then you get to watch the games for free as well. It's like a dream come true.
So we talked in depth about your scouting journey so far, but tell us a bit about your life or your other pastimes. What do you do in your free time?
So recently I graduated from Coventry Uni in sociology, and since then I'm now a trainee PE teacher, so I'm working in a secondary school at the same time. And yeah, I'm coming to the end of my training year. Hopefully I can get a full-time job for September.
And what about football? Do you still play?
So I haven't really played since leaving school. I've just been watching football and now trying to get into it through the scouting.
Okay. And you mentioned you're a PE teacher, is that right?
Yep.
So with your PE teaching and managing football and teaching, how does that work?
So at the moment it hasn't been too difficult because I had an injury in September which prevented me from carrying out my scouting aspirations. But in the same time I've gone on and done the PFSA course through a weekend which had to be managed with the lesson plans and ensuring I had that free time for that weekend just to study. But at the moment it's been okay, so hopefully when everything goes down with the corona I can start scouting and managing my teaching.
That's quite good. So is that your future plans or anything else?
So future I want to teach PE of course, and at the same time maybe scout for a team which I can't mention, like I had in the interview we had a couple of days ago, but that's what I really want to get into, scouting.
Emad will stay with us for the remainder of the show with a bonus feature after the show. We'll talk more about that later on. But now let's get to our Football Weekly discussion topics. First on the agenda, Emad, what's going on with the Premier League? Is the table going to remain how it is? Is the season going to be scrapped? What's going on?
So rumours have it that it's going to kick off again from July the 1st.
The rumours have it it's going to be a neutral grounds. What do you think about that?
Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know what the big hoo-ha is all about. Everybody plays at neutral ground. Should be alright.
I think it's a big difference because if you play at neutral ground from the start of the season, okay, that would make sense. But there's also talks of scrapping VAR for the remaining fixtures. Have you heard about that?
That wouldn't make sense because that's part of the actual football match. But if everybody's playing with no fans, I don't see what the problem is. But if there is a problem, then just stop the season as it is.
No, but if it's cancelled, what would you do with the league table?
Stop the season as it is, give the title to Liverpool, finish the table as it is.
I think that's wrong. Because, for example, I'm a Villa fan, and if you cancel the season how it is, we go down, but we have a game in hand as well.
So if they played that extra game and you were in the relegation zone, what would your opinion be then?
If it was all level, yeah. Because even if let's say we were 17th with all our games played, and there was a team 18th with one game left, I think they'd be in the same boat. And Sheffield are in the Champions League position. Because with their game in hand, they're playing us. They could have beat us and leapfrogged in Champions League position as well if they're like 1 point behind. So it's just not fair. I think either finish the season properly with the fans at your grounds or wait. But the middleman is the broadcasters is a problem.
Just gotta see what happens, I guess.
So what else is happening in the football world?
I've heard Bundesliga might be starting very soon. Not sure when.
But how will that work? Do you know, neutral grounds? Or?
I've actually got no idea because I haven't really checked into it. But all I've heard is that it might be starting in May sometime.
Because I've seen rumours of players, if the game does restart, they won't be able to handshake each other before the matches. They won't be able to celebrate together. But what does that mean for the rules? Will they be able to man-mark each other, slide tackle each other? There's a lot of spitting that goes on in the pitch as well.
I don't know how it's going to work out, but if you can't do any of that, then like I said, there's no point playing. Just finish the season as it is.
I think it's a different situation for everyone, and it's going to be very hard to please everyone.
Well, yeah, I think everybody needs to be understanding at these times. If you can't play under normal circumstances, just stop the whole thing. And if you do want to play, then you got to wait till everything calms down.
Now, it's my favourite part of the show, and I'm sure some of yours as well. Middle of the pitch. Do you know what that is? It's based loosely around the game called Middle Ground. I'm sure you've seen that on YouTube somewhere. Today's topic is going to be Aston Villa FC versus
Birmingham City FC.
And we're either going to disagree about a statement thrown at us or agree and then discuss from there. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Let's see the first statement. We're ready. My team has a better history. Okay, let's think about it. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
Disagree.
It's about your team.
Yeah.
I strongly agree. I think we've got a way better history than Birmingham City because we've got the European Cup. We were formed before you guys. I think we got more historic stadium. So why do you disagree?
Exactly what you just said.
Nothing
to argue with that.
Fair enough. At least you're
honest.
Not honest. Yeah, basically honest. So the second statement. Ooh. I agree.
I neither agree or disagree.
But you don't disagree. You're in the championship.
No. Yeah. And you're going to get relegated to the championship.
Debatable. The season's not ended yet.
But it will.
Season's not ended yet.
But it will with Villa in the relegation zone.
But I still think that's better than you guys. How long have you been in the championship?
10 years.
Yeah, we were there 3 years and we went back.
Makes no difference if you're back in it.
It does.
It makes no difference if you're back in it. It makes no difference.
Because you guys are closer to getting relegated than we are to getting.
We're not.
Not promoted again. You know what I mean?
Nope.
All right, we're ready for the third statement. Oh, that's you go first. I strongly agree.
I neither agree or disagree again.
Do you even know your last your
yeah,
kits in the last 5
Adidas.
years?
Yeah,
Huh?
Adidas. Same
No,
design.
but do you know the designs?
Yeah, same
Exactly.
design.
Yeah. They're so rubbish.
And how's Villa's been any different?
What? You don't remember Luke Roper last year?
Nothing special about it. Who's Luke?
Luke's a Villa fan, born and bred. He
Adidas.
created his.
Adidas.
Yeah, exactly. But you had the same. If you went on Adidas website and you just looked for a blue top.
If I was buying a top,
£10.
if I was buying a top, I'd rather buy Adidas than Luke.
Yeah, okay, but £10 without the with Birmingham badge is even better than the Birmingham.
I'd rather buy Adidas than Luke.
Yeah, but if you're talking about kits, Adidas is the worst to have in the championship, especially because they're all basic.
That's why I neither agree or disagree. We're both bad.
But no, but you said what's special about Luke?
Yeah.
Did you not see Villa's kit last year?
I did.
Mate,
nothing special about it.
It was voted the best kit of the season.
By who, Villa fans?
No, by the whole championship.
By who, Villa fans?
By the whole championship.
Where was this poll? I didn't get to vote.
It was on the championship Twitter page.
I didn't get to vote.
That's what Birmingham fans are like. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care.
Adidas.
They don't even care.
Adidas or Luke.
We had Nike, Luke Roper, Macron, alright, and now we got Kappa as well. Who guys are you?
He's like, who are they?
Who are you? Who are you? Bro? Adidas.
You don't know who Adidas is?
Huh?
You don't know who? That's Villa fans. You don't know who Adidas is.
Forget Adidas. So next statement. I'm gonna let you go first. I want to see where you're headed.
Strongly agree on that. Can you tell me what part of the ground?
Agree.
What part of the ground sings apart from the Holt end?
Oh my god. Huh?
What part of the ground sings apart from the Holt end?
Everyone sings, but Halton is the 12th man.
No,
we sing
everybody
louder.
Sings. Nope.
Okay, what's so good about your ground?
Because the whole ground sings.
Forget not the fans. What's about your ground?
It's an authentic stadium, traditional ground.
It looks like the generic FIFA stadium, Ivy Lane. Wait, is it worse than Ivy Lane? That's your stadium is. There's no character about it.
What do you mean there's no character about St Andrews? Have you been there?
I have been there.
Yeah, then?
And it's like playing in my local park, mate.
No, it's not. Your local park has no seats, mate.
My local park's better actually.
Nah,
You're right.
It's not.
You're right.
It's not. It's just
I wouldn't want to see it in St Andrews.
It's just concrete. But you have though.
I have, but I don't want to.
We don't want to.
I only went to see Villa, so that's the reason I went.
So you went to St Andrews to see Villa.
Yeah, but I also go to Villa to see Villa.
Well done.
And you also go to Villa to see Birmingham.
and to see other games as well.
Yeah. So Villa. That's not the point. You saying I went to Birmingham to see Villa? So what's wrong with that? You went to Villa to see Birmingham?
But I just think St Andrews is much better.
He's not.
But it is.
Mate. What's so good about St Andrews?
What's so good about Villa?
Have you not seen Villa? Have you not seen the old Trinity Road stand?
I have.
How they revamped it?
I have.
And you not seen the new Trinity Road stand, the Hull 10?
I have.
And you're not saying it's better than Birmingham City Football Club?
Nope.
Okay. So next statement.
You can go first.
Go on.
Yeah.
So you disagree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Because. Fair. Yeah.
No, we just have better players.
You don't discuss this.
Nothing to discuss.
Okay. Next statement.
I agree.
I agree as well. I think we both do a bit for Birmingham.
Maybe. I just don't pay attention to our villages. So I have no idea.
I don't know what Birmingham do.
So we're part of the Jeff Horsfield Foundation, Feed the Homeless, every Fridays in the city centre. We help him shelter homeless people as well with his foundation. We've held a homeless sleep out at St Andrews a couple of years now in a row. Quite a bit. Yeah.
But do you think you would do more if you're in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course. You can only do as much as you can within your capacity.
Yeah, that's why I agree as well. Because I think we're doing either the same or more because we're in the Premier League as well. So I think fair enough. Next statement. Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
Strongly agree.
I disagree. I don't hate Birmingham.
I hate Villa.
Why though?
Can't stand them.
Why?
No reason to hate Villa. No reason. It's just.
So you got no reason, but you hate Villa.
Yep.
That's why I disagree. They're below us. Like I don't even care I don't care enough to hate them. So.
Yeah, the dig.
What's the dig?
Below you.
Yeah, I don't care about you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't hate you. Like
Just
if I saw,
Villa?
I don't know what to say. I don't hate the team.
Can't stand
care.
Villa.
Yeah.
Just can't stand Villa.
But you still go to Villa Park.
Yeah, still can't stand them.
So why would you go if you can't stand them? If you hate something, you don't do it.
Yeah, can't stand them.
I don't understand that. Oh, finally, I can beat you on FIFA. I strongly agree.
No, strongly disagree on that.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we will. We'll see who comes out on top.
Well, that show was intense. Visit the show's YouTube page to see how that FIFA game came out. And of course, it's going to be Birmingham City versus Aston Villa FC. Thank you for coming on the show, Emad.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you guys for tuning into the very first episode of Football Weekly, but that's all the time we have for today. Make sure you tune in next week to see a POV referee experience, of course another mystery guest, and of course your Football Weekly update. I've been Como and I'll see you next week.